It all began in a small provincial town where autumn arrived with golden leaves and a gentle melancholy. I, Anna, was 18, fresh out of high school, preparing for a new chapter in life. My world was ordinary: school, friends, dreams of the future. Yet, deep inside, there was always a void, as if something was missing. I dated boys, but those relationships felt hollow, lacking any real spark or connection. In September, I moved to a big city to study philology at university. That's where I met her, Katia. She was a journalism student, but we crossed paths during a shared literature lecture. Katia sat a few rows away, tall, with short chestnut curls and eyes like the ocean, deep and captivating. Her smile was warm, like a ray of sunlight on a cloudy day. I caught myself staring longer than I should have, but brushed it off. Just an interesting person. Our first meeting was pure chance. After a lecture, it started raining, and I'd forgotten my umbrella. I stood under an awning, watching the raindrops hit the pavement. Suddenly, she appeared beside me. "Hey, want to share my umbrella?" "I'm Katia." Her voice was soft, like an autumn breeze. We walked to the dorms together, chatting about books, the city, and our dreams. A warmth bloomed in my chest, not just the joy of a new friend, but something deeper, something I couldn't name. Days turned into weeks. We became inseparable, strolling through parks where leaves crunched underfoot, sipping hot chocolate in cozy cafes, sharing stories. Katia told me about her family, a strict father and a mother who loved to paint. She herself was passionate about photography, capturing fleeting moments. I showed her my poems, which I'd always kept hidden. "Anna, these are amazing," she said, her eyes sparkling. Her belief in me felt like a breath of fresh air. One evening, we went to a local band's concert. The music pulsed, lights flashed, and we danced in the crowd. At one point, her hand brushed mine, and my heart skipped a beat. It was like a spark. After the concert, we walked through the night city, and she took my hand. "Anna, I think of you, not just as a friend," she said softly. Her words hung in the air, and I didn't know how to respond. My mind was a whirlwind of fear, joy, and confusion. We reached her dorm room. The door closed, and the world shrank to just the two of us. She looked at me, her eyes saying more than words ever could. We hugged, and it felt like coming home. The next morning, I woke up wondering, what does this mean? I didn't have a label for my feelings, but I knew they were real. Katia smiled. "Don't be afraid, Anna. It's just us." That's how our era began. We spent our days together, walking hand in hand under the rain, discussing books, dreaming of adventures. Katia taught me to be braver, and I taught her to notice beauty in the little things. We supported each other. She helped me with exams. I helped her with journalism projects. But it wasn't always easy. At university, people whispered, "They're too close." Some friends drifted away, and my mom called, saying, "It's just a phase, you'll grow out of it." But I knew this wasn't a phase. It was love. Our first fight was over something silly. I was jealous of her classmate, and she was insecure about my past. We argued, but then we made up, embracing under the stars. A year later, we rented a small apartment, our own little world. Mornings started with coffee and laughter, evenings with movies and talks until midnight. Katia gave me a simple ring, "For eternal love," she said. We traveled together, to the mountains, where the wind sang our names, to the sea, where the waves whispered of eternity. One winter, under falling snow, we confessed, "I love you more than anything in the world." It was our moment, pure, like the snow. We faced judgment, but found new friends who accepted us. My era of loving girls began with Katia, with that rainy meeting, her smile, her warmth. Now, 7 years later, we're still together. Life is like a book, each page filled with us. If you ask whether I became a lesbian, I'd say it's not about labels. It's my truth, my love. A story of two girls who found each other and built a world full of light and warmth.